Hey guys, I'm Nick. Yesterday we posted a video in regards to a question about what rods we use inshore. One of the comments on that video is, well, what rods do you use offshore? Do you use those same rods? Well, we don't use the same rods we use inshore, offshore, but I'm going to take a few minutes after the intro and I'm going to talk to you about the rods we use when we're offshore kayak fishing. Alright guys, when we're offshore kayak fishing, one of the most important things is you need to be prepared for a ton of things, but you can't carry the whole tackle shop. So you need to have a very simple approach that can cover a wide variety of things. Trolling, bottom fishing, sight casting. You need to be able to do all those things with a limited amount of gear. So we prefer to use these, they're Shimano Travalas. This is a 6'6", medium heavy, so it's rated for 50 to 100 pound braid. We only put 30-pound braid on these reels. We'll talk about the reels some other time, okay? But we only use 30-pound braid and 30-pound fluorocarbon. You're not going to be able to put out 50 pounds of pressure from the kayak anyways when you're fighting these fish. So don't worry about that number so much, okay? Now, these rods are designed to be jigging rods. So what that means is they have a ton of backbone. It's a medium heavy power and it's a medium fast action. So same thing with the action, very, very stiff back here. You're not going to break it. But towards the tip, it gets a little softer, okay? And that's important offshore. One of the reasons is, like we just talked about, you can't carry 10 rods. You can't carry 15 rods rigged for every different situation. You need to be able to just tie on a king leader. You need, like this one right here has just a pitch bait on there. I can throw it out in front of a mahi or whatever swims by the kayak with a live cigar minnow on it. And has soft enough tip to absorb the blows of a very, very powerful, fast fish. If you're out there with, a shark rod and, you try to catch king mackerel and you got a big old broomstick, those rods won't absorb the speed of those fish. So you want something that's very, very soft in the tip that can be trolled. So when you're pedaling along and a fish hits it at 20 miles per hour, that rod just absorbs the blow, bends, and you can turn around and fight the fish. If the rod is too thick and, too fast, doesn't only bends on the tip too fast, well, you're probably going to lose a lot of fish because pull the hooks out of the king mackerel. Sometimes, and if you ever spend any time out there, you know this from experience, king mackerel, Spanish mackerel, they're slash feeders. So sometimes they'll come in and hook themselves in the head. If your drag's not soft or loose and you don't have a soft rod tip, you won't land those fish. So soft rod tip, very, very light drag, it's going to help you land more fish. When we bottom fish, from time to time, we do have some shorter rods that I carry out if we're going to drop to the bottom and target big fish. But if we're just targeting, red snapper, it's no big deal. Every snapper we caught over 20 pounds this year was caught on this exact rod, 6'6", medium heavy rod. Length is important, okay? One of the things that's often overlooked is too long and you won't be able to grab or gaff the fish. Too short and you won't be able to clear the front of the kayak. If you can't clear the front of the kayak, you run into a chance of having to fight the fish on the side and getting pulled around funny and not having much leverage. So when we do use those shorter rods, it's usually for a very specific task, and it is usually with someone who knows what they're doing, not an inexperienced angler, okay? So just forget I even said it. 6'6", 7 foot, those are the perfect lengths. Anything shorter than that, yes, you might have more leverage, but you're not going to be able to clear the front of the kayak, and it could put you in a bad situation. If you guys have any more questions about that, I'll put a link to this in the description so you guys can see it when I get down to edit the video. You go to Amazon. If you guys do buy it from Amazon, we get a small commission, and it's greatly appreciated. As always, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I look forward to you booking your next adventure. And if you have any questions, there's a link in the description so you can go to our website and submit your question. Thanks for watching.